Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are grooming Peanut. He is a 2-year-old Doodle. His owner unfortunately passed away and he was recently adopted about 2 weeks ago or so. He is very nervous, I can tell. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And he is matted, so I will have to shave him today. I'm gonna try to shave him in a number 7 because going any shorter than that will suck, but you know, hopefully the 7 will go through in most places anyways. Now, a little bit of education about, whoa, what's going on here, buddy? Can you turn this way? A little bit of education about grooming. So the owners who have adopted Peanut are brand new to owning a dog with hair and not fur. So it is a learning curve and experience for most people that have never owned a dog like this before. So I think that this little bit of information will be good for any of those who are interested in getting a dog that has hair, you know, dogs that continuously grow and need haircuts, because this is probably stuff that you don't really know. So when they got him, which again was only 2 weeks ago, so it's not like it's been a long time since they've had him, they brought him to a groomer because he was pretty overgrown, you know, couldn't see, all that kind of stuff. And when they did that, the groomer said that they didn't want to bathe him because he was matted, and the owner did not want the dog shaved because it is wintertime and it's cold outside. So the groomer, which being smart, the groomer suggesting this, said don't bathe him, like we're not going to bathe him because it's going to make the matting worse, basically. So what he did was a tidy up. So he cleaned up obviously the face, the sanitary, the paws, and just kind of left him long for now. But he suggested not to wait any longer than a month to get him groomed. So this was a smart thing to say. That being said, leaving him long at that appointment was not the right thing to do. While it seems logical that it's cold outside, it's winter time, you don't want to shave all the dog's fur off because the dog is going to be cold. That does seem logical. The reality is you're just making things more difficult for the dog. Now, again, this was only 2 weeks ago, so in this case, it's not really that big of a deal. But for any of those who might think about this in regards to your own dog, so I always say that matting is like a ponytail, and every day somebody comes around and tightens that ponytail a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So, you know, over time, it's really going to start to hurt the skin on your head, or your scalp, I should say, because it's so tight. So what happens is when you leave matting, it just makes the animal very uncomfortable. It also makes grooming really uncomfortable when they have to be shaved. So the best thing you can do, despite the fact that it's cold outside, is to just shave your dog. Dogs don't feel the cold the same way humans do. That doesn't mean that they don't get cold. It just means that they do a lot better in cool temperatures than humans do for a decent amount of time. So if your dog is going for a short walk in the winter time or going outside to use the bathroom, they're not going to freeze to death. They will be okay. It's actually much better for them if you just remove that matting rather than allow them to stay with a matted winter coat. It's not fair to them and it's very painful. And it also makes the grooming experience not so fun. So if a groomer suggests that you should shave your dog because they're matted, please do so despite what time of year it is. It's just better for their overall health and well-being. See, this is all matting. And like the owner said, she couldn't tell that the dog was matted, and that makes perfect sense because, well, first of all, you're not a pet groomer, so sometimes it's hard to see. And second of all, you're new to owning a dog like this, so you wouldn't know, right? The previous owner of Peanut had him groomed, I think, about twice a year. So a lot of people do this where they just let their dog grow out for 6 months and then do a shave down, and then grow out for another 6 months and do a shave down. It is doable to do that as long as you're maintaining the coat. If you're allowing it to get matted, then it's not really fair to your animal. But if you're keeping them brushed and you only want to bring them in twice a year for a full groom, that's no big deal. It definitely saves money. But again, you have to be willing to maintain them. This guy seems pretty nervous when it comes to grooming, so I don't feel like he's that accustomed to it, and or he's had negative experiences with it because grooming matted coats, once again, is painful. Good boy, Peanut. You're okay. Peanut doesn't really want anything to do with me. He doesn't want me to pet him or show him any affection. He is just nervous. It's okay. Since his nails and paws were done about 10 days ago, I don't think that probably really needs to be done. Let me see. Not very much, anyways. I've gotten a lot of questions about the cat video that I did, the rescue cats from the Humane Society, people asking me for updates on them. So I will do my best to provide you guys with an update on them. I probably won't be grooming them again because likely they'll be all adopted into different homes, so that would be hard to do. But I could provide an update maybe on Instagram or a post in the YouTube community or on Facebook. So just keep an eye out for that. It probably won't come for a few months, but I will definitely update everyone. Please don't do that. Good boy. It's okay. I am seeing what appears to be dirt everywhere, and I'm hoping that it's dirt and not flea poop. I have yet to have seen any fleas. So let's check to see if this is flea poop. I will show you guys how I do that. Okay, so I have a wet little paper towel here. I'm going through the coat with a flea comb, and I am picking up the dirt. Now I'm going to put it on this wet rag or paper towel. A lot of hair in there. Squeeze it up, make sure I can get it nice and wet. Now I'm going to take a look at the black stuff. So if you notice, the black stuff is not running. So by running, I mean, if it is flea dirt, it will actually turn this paper towel a reddish brown color. That's actually blood because fleas, drink blood from your animal. If it runs red, then that means it's more than likely flea dirt. It's not running red, so this dog does not have fleas. I didn't think that it was. Sometimes dogs just either they have dirt in their coat, or sometimes they have a black dry skin type situation going on. It could be a bit of both with this guy. He is matted, so his coat could be, or his skin could be dry, and he could also be trapping dirt in his coat because it's matted. Okay, now we shall continue. Constantly feeling the blade, making sure that it doesn't get too hot. Number 7 blades don't get as hot as 10 blades do, or what I should say, as quickly. They don't get hot as quickly as 10 blades do. And because this dog is not horrifically matted, like he's matted, don't get me wrong, but he's not like the cats, for example. The blade does not have to work as hard, so it doesn't get hot as quickly. So 1 blade will probably be fine for this dog's entire pre-shave. I probably won't have to change it. Yes, there are options to cool down your blade using sprays and stuff like that, but the sprays are toxic for both myself and the animal, and I don't like using them. So instead, I will just switch out the blade and use another one. And then by the time I'm done with the new blade, the old blade has already cooled down. Okay, I think I will take the top of that head down because I can't leave it that fluffy. It will look funny next to the rest of his body. It's okay, buddy. Okay, I think you can go for a bath. So some of you are probably wondering why I am grooming this guy today. I know most of the animals I groom on the channel, it's kind of like a last resort grooming. Animals with behavioral problems, animals in severely bad shape, those types of grooms. The reason why I am doing him today is because the owner of the Menagerie Sanctuary, which is a sanctuary I've talked about many times on my channel. I've groomed a lot of animals from them. They reached out to me about grooming this dog. I think that was prior to the dog being placed in a forever home. So when the owner had passed away, the dog needed to be groomed, and they contacted the sanctuary for help, and then the sanctuary contacted me. So that's why he was on my schedule today. But he is a really good dog, and he'll do fine with any groomer. So I don't think he has any concerns moving forward when it comes to grooming. Good boy. This guy does smell a little bit like smoke, and that, unfortunately, that scent might take a while to go away. It kind of gets absorbed into their skin and coat. And a bath can help, but doesn't solve the problem usually. It just eventually goes away with time. Good boy. I know, it's uncomfortable. Just rinse your face. I don't know if this guy would do better being hand dried or crate dried. I'm going to try hand drying him first and see how that goes. The new owners said that he has really bad separation anxiety. I mean, that could just be because he's only been in a new home for like 2 weeks or so. So that could be why he has bad separation anxiety, but he might not do well in a crate because of that. So I'm going to try hand drying him first, and if he tolerates it well, then I'll just continue doing that. If he really panics, then I might switch over to the crate dry and see if that is any better. Even though he's pretty calm, for the remainder of this groom, I am going to put on my dog calming music because I always forget that I have it, which is hilarious. It is available wherever you get your music. It's called Girl with the Dogs, Calm Paws, and Cozy Naps. And essentially it's just to help dogs calm down in stressful situations, whether that's separation anxiety, going to the vet, going to the groomer. In this guy's case, it might be beneficial for separation anxiety because the owners told me he does have that. So his tail is more matted than I realized, so I am just going to shave it today, which sucks, but if I demat it, it's gonna be painful and I don't want him to have a bad experience today, so I am just going to shave it. Now you have a skinny tail. Look how fluffy your head got. Okay, I'm gonna smooth over his haircut using my number 7 blade. While he is on this side, I'm just going to tidy up his paws. His nails and paws don't need to be done because they were just done when he was at the groomer about 2 weeks ago or so. I think it was 10 days ago, but something like that. So all he needs is just a quick tidy up around the paws and potentially remove any matting from in between the toes, as you can see there. No, 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 no. Stay. If you guys liked this video and you want to see more complimentary rescue grooms just like Peanuts, don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again in a few days.